Welcome back. We were talking about ULIP. Now let's talk to Mrs. Sathe about now ULIP products and loans. They go hand in hand, and most of them do avail the loans. So do you think the new guidelines would allow them to avail of loans?
Yeah. Actually, the new guidelines have never said that the policyholders who put their money in ULIPs will not be able to get loan. On the contrary, they will be allowed to have loan to the extent of 40% of their NAV in case less than 60% of their investments have gone into equity. And if 60% up to 60% is into debt, then they will be in a position to avail loan up to 50% of their NAV. But of course, this will be available only after the lock-in period. It will not be available before that.
Definitely, Mrs. Stanley, now talking to you, do these guidelines that have been set by IRDA now for ULIP products, do you think this have somewhere even modified the rules for annuities and the pension products that were there?
Yes, it has in fact, and again that's a big debatable issue because they're expecting a guaranteed returns of 4.5% at the end of the term. Okay, now this really puts a challenge because it restricts your investment flexibility for the insurer to offer guaranteed returns of 4.5%, especially if a long-term policy of 20 to 25 years is concerned. I don't think it's a major pull for the investors because if I look at 4.5% as a return as an investor, there are much more attractive debt instruments available which offers me much higher returns. And given that a young person, say in his 20s, early 20s, who just started off with his first job, and a person who is in his 50s want to plan for his retirement, okay, and both are looking at it at a long term and expecting a 4.5, a younger person definitely has a larger risk appetite because he's got age and time by his side. So expecting everyone to be put in the same forum and the same platform and giving that kind of a returns is definitely not sustainable.
Definitely, we're talking about pension plans here. So now this new guideline, it says that it guarantees 4.5%. So how do you think this will benefit the investor there?
Exactly, as I said, a 4.5 return is definitely not an attraction for an investor. If he puts it in a PPF, he gets an 8% return. So what is it that will pull him across here? And at the same time, it restricts the investment flexibility for an insurer because if he has to sustain a 4.5% guaranteed return for 20 to 25 years, it's difficult. So I think the flavor of pension or annuity would get lost if this kind of guaranteed returns are expected at the end of the term.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah, actually, in case of this 4.5% which is being talked about, guaranteed 4.5, IRDA has clarified that it is not going to be 4.5% every year. We will announce this 4.5% may become 5 or may become 4 depending on economy. So every year they are going to decide upon it. What is going to be the guaranteed rate of return in case of annuity product? It is not 4.5%. Once they have said that it is not Brahma Vakya, it will vary year after year.
Definitely. Now, one question that I would like to ask both of you, will start with you, Mr. Sathe. Now, this new avatar of ULIP, how do you look at this new avatar of ULIP? And when you compare it, how do you look at it?
See, a few things. Number one is the lock-in period has been increased from 3 years to 5 years. Now, obviously, a person who had in his mind, okay, I will put some money in investment as one more source of my investment, and maybe after 3 years I have got an option to withdraw. Not that everybody was withdrawing. That option is lost. So obviously, this attraction which some of the people were enjoying, that after 3 years, okay, let me withdraw and let me invest it afresh, that probably is lost.
Definitely. So here, what do you think? इसका USP क्या है फिर इस new avatar of ULIP का? जो एक नया guidelines बन चुके हैं, इसके USP क्या है?
देखिए, as far as customer is concerned, there are a lot of advantages. The first and the foremost advantage is the amount that he was putting in with insurance companies, and that money was going into debt or equity market. Higher amount of money will now go into debt or equity. As a result of which his investments are bound to grow at a faster rate than what it was growing earlier. So definitely it is an attraction for him.
Definitely. Mrs. Stanley, आपको क्या लगता है?
I would say it's the same USP. He can expect more of his premium going into the investment proportion. The regulator is also looking at ways and means to reduce the expenses of the insurer. So that also means lower premiums to the customer as far as his risk cover is concerned. And with lower premiums for risk cover, definitely a higher proportion towards investment. So I think the investor has got something to really look forward for with these new guidelines.
जब हम comparison करेंगे, whom would you sell, and at the same time, like, you know, how will you sell ULIP now at this with this new guidelines?
To be frank with you, the insurance agents who are spread to the nooks and corners of the country, they are the people who should understand the product well, and without trying to cheat the customer, whatever the product is, if they explain to him, and again he will get a benefit. It is always said that if you put your money in equity over a long period of time, you are supposed to get at least 2% extra return. So obviously those who are in rural areas, those who don't know about the demat account and investment directly into equities, they will definitely get a benefit of getting higher return in case of coming to insurance companies as well.
Definitely. Mrs. Sani, you agree with
I
this?
would say that same thing, because the needs remain the same. The needs of an individual over his life cycle remains the same. I mean, it's up to him then to define whether he wants to jump onto a ULIP wagon, which is a long-term plan, or it's a traditional product like an endowment or a money back. But first is important as an investor, you identify your needs, your scope of investing, that is how long you would like to invest, and then accordingly choose. Because if you can track your investment, there's nothing to beat a ULIP. But if you want secure, steady returns, there's a traditional plan which is available for you.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us here in our studios, and also giving us, giving our investors, in fact, more knowledge on this ULIP subject, because it really ran into controversy, and I'm sure most of them are really confused about that. We do hope that this has benefited you, and at the same time you do know where to invest and not to get confused about this whole issue and the debate that's going on about ULIP. Well, that's it then in today's episode of Money Plant. Thanks for watching. We will be back again next Saturday with yet another episode. But before that, please send your feedback to Money Plant, Doordarshan Kendra, Worli, Mumbai 400030. Have a nice weekend. Good night.